Welcome to Live from E from New York Fashion Week. I'm Lilliana Vazquez here in New York City at Spring Studios, and y'all are in for quite a treat today. You are going to see an incredible presentation from industry design darlings Monse. And joining me for all the action, of course, is my Fashion Week partner in crime, Zanna Rassi. How are you?
I'm great, my love. How you doing?
I'm so excited to be doing this with you.
So fun. It is really good fun. And despite everything that's going on, creativity is thriving, and we're really in the thick of it.
Absolutely, and we saw that yesterday with Jason Wu. Now, for people that aren't too familiar with Monse, maybe this is a new label to them, what should people know about this incredible brand?
Well, you said it earlier, they are the darlings. They are beloved in the fashion industry through and through. So they started 5 years ago only. They actually began their career at Oscar de la Renta, and they met there as a couple. Not a couple in that way, just a couple of designers who paired together. Then they left Oscar after like 12 years. They started up Monse. The label just took off overnight into a luxury label that every cool girl wants to wear. And then now, in the ultimate homecoming, they are back designing and creative directing for Oscar de la Renta, while they still have Monse. They are quite the busy duo.
I was gonna say, they have a lot going on. Why do you think they're a perfect blend? Because once I think people see the clothes, you're gonna understand that those clothes almost work in contrast, right? And you'll get to understand what that means. But Zanna, why do you think the two of them work so beautifully as designers? Because oftentimes, it's a single name behind a brand. We know there's a team, but for two to come together that have such different styles, how does this work, and what is the magic of Monse?
It's such a great question. I mean, you look at them as individuals, designers, and Fernando has got this almost like feminine touch to the actual design, whereas Laura, they say, is much more grounded in that cool girl sensibility. So the two of them coming together creates this magical, like you end up with deconstructed tailoring in a way that, you know, asymmetrical blazers, tops with tails on them, t-shirts with sequins on them, and then they are all of a sudden a gown. Like, they're the most magical, like, as I said, cool, twisted tailoring, like classics, but way better.
Honestly, I got a very special sneak peek because you had an exclusive interview with them last Friday. They showed you the collection that they're going to be sharing tonight, and a little bit of what's coming for Resort. What can you share with us without revealing too much, because we want you guys to stick around for the show?
I'm gonna have to reveal.
Give it to us.
You were gonna love it. You are gonna love it. We're both gonna be out there buying, because there's a pop-up shop as well, so you can actually buy it there tonight. So a couple of my key pieces. Farrell sweaters, beautiful turtlenecks, the most amazing Monse argyle on them. Then also there is the most beautiful trench coat, which actually had like a tartan blazer underneath, but then the trench over the top. You'll see what I mean by twisted tailoring when you see this. And then just beautiful asymmetrical blazers, again, with shorts to match in denim with outer stitching, all really inspired by British punk 1970s. So think like The Clash, the Buzzcocks, like going back to the punk of the Brits, which obviously I'm a fan of.
I was gonna say, is there anybody in this room that's a fan of British punk rock? Both of us, especially when it makes its way into fashion, because I think that's what Monse is. It really does give you that cool girl edge into your closet, even if you were the girliest, right?
Yep.
Like, I think of myself, I kind of identify my personal style as a little bit more leaning girly, but if you put on Monse, all of a sudden, it's like you're wearing this fabulous costume and you feel so good in it.
You feel strong, right?
Yes.
I remember the first time I saw their collection was like 5 years ago, but then I tried a piece on and I was immediately like, I need my entire closet to be this brand.
Yeah.
Like that, because that's the range they span as well. You have the tailoring, you have the trenches, you have the sweaters, and then you have the sickest gowns. You're just like, that's it, we're set.
It's so true, and I think it's rare when people can make an impact that is truly unique in the design space. I mean, you think you've seen everything, and then you see what they do to a dress. You see how they tailor, and how could that be just a white button down? Like, what in the world? I would love to live inside the brains of Fernando Loro for one day.
He used to be, well, he's trained architect, and it makes sense when you see how he creates these amazing structures. I mean, they are masterpieces, but they look simple. They don't look too contrived or try hard, but they just look epically cool.
Yeah, and that's how I want to wake up every day. I want to feel like I just threw this on, super cash, just my Monse trench coat from fall 2020. No effort here at all whatsoever, but that is definitely what they do. And I'm so excited because you are going to head upstairs now
I am indeed.
to the roof to check out the presentation. You're gonna give us, as always, that front row access to celebrities, to the designers, and really speak to something that is really unique here at E, which is giving you that front row exclusive look at everything that is New York Fashion Week. So Zanna, are you ready to head upstairs?
I'm going to really run, aren't I?
Yeah, you gotta go. She's going to miss the presentation.
Getting the wrap. I'm going to see you in a bit.
I'll see you in a little bit.
I'm going to try and snag you one of those trench coats.
Oh, can you get one in my size too, please? Bye. I promise we're not stealing anything at New York Fashion Week. I'm so excited for this presentation. And what's unique about tonight's presentation is that it's not traditional in the sense that you're seeing what's coming next season. They are going to be sharing a little preview of what's happening for their resort collection. But what's really special about tonight is that you are seeing Fall 2020. And not only are you seeing it, but you will actually be able to shop the collection literally right off the runway. They have an incredible pop-up shop upstairs. Zanna's gonna get a sneak peek for me, and I've already ordered that trench coat in my size. So stick around, you guys. You are not gonna wanna miss that at all. And as soon as Zanna gets herself up to the roof, we're gonna check in with her because we do expect some very noteworthy guests at tonight's presentation. It's a beautiful night here in New York City, perfect for another fabulous show live from New York Fashion Week. So, oh, Zanna, I hear you on the roof. Okay, what's going on up there? Because as usual, it's exactly where I want to be, but I'm stuck here on the 6th floor. So give us the inside intel.
Well, look who I found. Look who I found up here, guys. Myself and Nicky Hilton, just chilling on the roof of Spring Studios up here. How are you, my love?
I'm well, how are you?
So nice to see you.
This is a quite different fashion week.
Isn't it?
I've seen you in the past.
Well, we're all socially distanced. We're wearing our fabulous masks. Yes. And we are here to celebrate your good friends and mine, Monse.
Yes.
Oh my God. So I was just talking to Fernando earlier and he said, I said, you know, you've known Nicky for a long time, haven't you? And he said, you know, I love her because she's such a strong person. She's been such an amazing friend to me.
That's
really sweet.
No, I'm just happy to be here. It's good to be back in New York. I feel like the energy's back and bringing these creative places and safe areas. No, it feels good. It feels good to be here.
How was your quarantine? How was your lockdown?
My lockdown was really nice. I was with my husband and 2 children in the country, and we
Did you homeschool?
had a lot of alone time. Yes, I homeschooled. Thankfully, the girls went back to school today. So today was the first day of school.
It was a big
deal. I did not wear this for drop-off.
I think you totally should have just rocked up there in the mini plaid blazer dress.
Mini Monse, no.
Okay, so Monse for you though, they're closed. We're here tonight and it's their fall pop-up. So we can shop this rack right now. Which of these pieces are you going to be taking home?
I always love all these deconstructed, sexy, yet masculine blazer looks.
Do you remember at one particular time wearing a Monse look?
Paris and I always loved coordinating a fun look at the Monse show. Like in the past, I think I did stripes and she did polka dots, or maybe it was vice versa. But they always just have fun, bright, cool, downtown girl clothes.
Do you feel immediately cool when you put them on?
do.
That's why I was just saying to you, it's like you put it on, I'm like, I found myself.
I know, you're like
feel confident and cool.
Punk rock.
Punk rock was definitely the theme today, and you've got the earrings in there, which I'm kind of obsessed with. So you actually, and I don't know if anyone really knows this, but you studied design as well. You do Parsons courses and obviously College of Fashion as well. I mean, what was one thing that you took away from design knowledge from these courses?
I just loved, my favorite course I took at FIT was the jewelry course, actually. I loved learning how to loop and do all these intricate different beads. It was it was fun.
And you've had many lines as well over the past. Are you doing anything at the moment with the jewelry?
Yes, I'm launching actually my French Soul collection.
I love the last collection. It was so good.
Thank you. And it was, a heck of a time to be doing a flats collection.
It's kind of the best
we all
time.
have not worn heels in ages.
Are your feet hurting as much as mine in heels right now? Because I've not done them for 6 months, and I promise you.
It feels good to be back in my heels a little bit, I gotta admit.
How is it going? Because obviously we've all been watching the amazing trailers for the new show for Paris.
Yes.
I watched the trailer actually, and I was shocked, and I was really sad, and it was like actually took me back. I wasn't expecting it to be quite so revealing. And you ask her a lot of questions, you're interviewing in it. How was it for you? Was it super emotional to do it? Was it?
It was very, very emotional.
I'm sure.
And we watched it for the first time. She didn't even want to show my mother the movie, so we snuck downstairs and we were watching it together. She said, I don't want Mom to see it. I was like, well, she's going to see it in a few weeks when it's on YouTube and for the whole world to see. But anyway, we watched it together. We laughed, we cried, and I'm just so proud of her because going through so much trauma and reliving it with the whole world watching is very brave. And I've got so many messages today from people I know who've been through similar things.
Really?
From strangers saying, I'm so happy that I don't feel alone anymore.
Right.
So if that can come good out of it, I'm so thrilled that she did it.
I think it's going to be an amazing charitable cause as well. And it's like you say, once one person opens up about this in such a public space, it really allows people to be able to talk about it. And it needs to be talked about as well.
Absolutely.
Were there any revelations in it that you were completely unaware of?
I was, right there for a lot of it. So, but I think a lot of people were shocked. And just seeing her allow herself to be so vulnerable without the glam team and just so raw.
Which, P.S.,
real.
she looks amazing
and her
raw.
normal voice, which is rare.
I love one of the intros, and she's like, "This is Paris, this is Paris," and I'm going to go through all the different octaves of Paris.
Yes.
Oh, but you know her more than anyone, and I'm just so happy for you guys now. What else is on your New York Fashion Week hit list?
I'm just here for Monse, and then my girls are back in school, and then Wednesday, Alice and Olivia. They're doing a outdoor thing, so I'll go to that.
Well, let's hope it's a beautiful blustery evening like tonight.
It is a beautiful evening.
And you and I are going to go for a little shop over there, I think, because there's shopping to be done, and we have to support our industry, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming to see us.
Thank you.
All right, Lilliana, back to you downstairs. We're just going to go and pick up a couple of trenches. Do you still want that one? What size are you again?
Hey, Zanna, listen, I will take it in whatever size is available. I am not going to be picky tonight because I know that is going to be a very hot item. If you guys are just joining us right now, welcome to New York Fashion Week. We're here at Spring Studios. You just saw Zanna Rassi, our fashion correspondent, and the beautiful Nicky Hilton having an adorable chat upstairs. Nicky looked incredible in Monse. She has been a longtime fan, friend, and supporter of the brand Monse, and that's what tonight is all about. They are doing kind of like a hybrid presentation. So you're seeing the show that they put on in February, which is fall 2020, and they're doing that, and it's called the Monse Fall Pop-Up. But you're also going to get a preview at their resort line, which we are all so excited to check out in just a little bit. And what's happening here at New York Fashion Week is you're starting to see a mix of different types of events. So while the traditional runway show that we saw last night at Jason Wu was incredible, many designers like Monse and Rebecca Minkoff are opting for more informal presentations that of course adhere to safety guidelines at all times. That's the biggest difference that I'm noticing in terms of the energy and the attendance at New York Fashion Week. You pull up and it still feels like Fashion Week downstairs, but at the same time, when you walk into Spring Studios, that crazy hustle and bustle isn't there because the audience and attendance and the number of people allowed in this building is so limited. But what Zanna said earlier is true. It doesn't diminish or take away from the spirit of ingenuity and the creativity that you're seeing here throughout New York Fashion Week. On a normal Fashion Week, you would have something in the number of 400 plus events happening all here and around New York City. This week, Fashion Week has been condensed to just 4 days only, and only 40 events taking place on the official New York Fashion Week calendar. And while there's definitely less events, it does not mean that this week is any less impactful. With everything being streamed online, you really are reaching a global audience with incredible eyes. And I think right now, we are all starving for some fashion inspiration for our closets. Personally, I've been living in sweatpants and PJs. It was one of the first time I've put on heels in about 6 months, and I could not have been more excited. I'm gonna toss it back to Zanna. It's a little windy up on the roof, but she has locked down one of the designers for Monse to chat with us a little bit about the collection and what we can expect from tonight's presentation. Zanna?
Okay.
Okay, so I was just downstairs with Lilliana, and I had to basically keep her down there because she's so excited to come up and start shopping this. Because
Well, she should come up.
well, but unlike any other day, we can actually shop this right here and now. Tell me.
Yeah, this is the February collection that we showed, and we're excited to, honestly, to connect with people again. It's been a long time, and people need to be excited about fashion. I think it's one of the good things that are happening again in our world that is much different than before. So let's just have a good time. A socially distanced, responsible time.
A socially distanced, responsible, very fashionable time.
Yes.
This is epic. Can you tell me about just the inspiration? I know we've got 70s Brit punk, but give me a little bit more.
I think it was just us wanting to do happy punk.
Happy punk!
Yeah, Laura and I are definitely not the knit and gritty type of people. We're very, you know, relaxed and happy and fun, and so we wanted that to definitely seep into the punk theme that we were gravitating towards, because we do love the colors and the pink and the red and the yellow, and it's all very Monse in a way, so we Monsified punk. We made it happy.
Monsified punk.
Yes.
Okay, this is a really ignorant question.
It's
what
not.
does Monse actually mean?
Monse is my mom's name.
I did not know this, and I'm a pretty good journalist, and that's something I did not look up, but she's terrible.
It's something that Laura actually thought would be a good idea. She thought it's a short word, but it's also strong sounding, and it's a mix of femininity in there with the softness that it has as well. So we thought, okay, we think we're going to be developing a brand that has a bit of both. So that's why we merged the masculine and feminine sides with the name as well.
But you now have I mean, it goes both ways. It's almost gender fluid fashion at this point, right? Everything works on everybody, and you have something for everybody.
Yes.
I love it. I'm gonna go shop.
Go, let's go.
You know what's amazing is with all of this happening upstairs, they're getting ready to present their show. He just seems so calm, cool, and collected. And that's one of the things I always notice about these designers. They are so in control of their vision for the brand. They're so in control of their creativity that by the time they actually get to show day, they're kind of chill. I mean, they are so pro. I think all of the madness happens in the weeks leading up to these shows, but once it's game day, they've got their game faces on and they are ready to roll out the new looks. And one of the things that you're definitely gonna see this week when it comes to New York Fashion Week is that these collections will be much more casual. I mean, let's be honest, we don't have the same occasions to dress up for like we used to. I know personally, the biggest highlight of my day is getting dressed up for a Zoom meeting. And one of the things I've noticed that Fernando has said in past interviews is when you're dressing up for Zoom meetings, some really easy tips are look for great structured necklines, things that feel a little bit different, off-center, because if you're only being seen from here to here, that's kind of all you need to do anyway. I also think that they're gonna embrace a lot more soft, cozy, kind of comfortable clothes, and you saw that last night at Jason Wu. I have a feeling we're gonna see that here tonight as well. Monse, of course, known for incredible knitwear, their beautiful construction, but I'm actually excited to see these kind of softer knit fabrics come out during their presentation. It's exactly what I want to wrap myself up in, especially as we start to head into those cooler months. It's a little bit colder tonight here in New York City than it was last night, so I would not mind one of those oversized Monse sweaters to wrap up in, and I'm sure Zanna could use one as well because she's actually up on the roof right now, standing by with some exciting guests right before showtime. So I'm going to toss it back to you, Zanna. How are you?
So I've got a couple of extra special guests, just Laura and Fernando, who designed the most incredible collections for Monse. How you doing, loves?
Good, how are you?
I'm sorry you're like perched on the floor down here.
Hanging out.
Just hanging out. Where's our drinks, by the way? This is like, it's turning into a bar situation up here. You guys have known each other for how long?
A couple of years, 4 or 5, something like that.
Do you have any fond memories of Nicky?
I mean, shut up. None of which I can speak on the record, but mostly
I tried, guys, I tried.
Party.
the Hilton Christmas party is definitely a highlight every single year. But these two girls just basically keep me in check, and without them, I don't think I would be here. So
Strong ladies.
yes, I was talking to
We
you
just
about
had that conversation about how he loves to be around strong
Yes.
women, which I love.
strong one. This one and
Likes
this
to
one.
get bullied.
I like to get.
Well, we are all here tonight to shop the Monse Fall 2020 collection. I know I was looking at it the other day. I'm really into the trench. Are there any left in my size?
I'm
Can I see this? Can we stand up? Let's have a
This
look.
one's my favorite.
You guys have to see
I
this.
love. Did you Instagram this one today?
She topped
I love this.
Something you can wear for winter and also during fall. It's super lightweight.
So we can buy this tonight and bring it home, or we order it.
I think it's
Race
here.
you.
I see
I
them
like
around.
instant gratification.
Oh my God, I was
It
getting.
suits you. It
I was like,
suits
oh, okay,
you.
let's do something. You like this roll. You like
Go ahead, Nikki, ask him any question you want. Nikki's going to take over the e-mic now.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
How does this differ from past fashion weeks, Laura and Fernando?
I am less tired. I sleep every night.
I think it's we miss it. We miss fashion weeks. I think there's nothing that really replaces a fashion show, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
But for the time being, this is going to be what the reality is, and we're going to make the best of it.
I like that answer.
Creativity is strong within them. I love it. All right, Lilliana, we're going to come back downstairs to you. Bye, Mom.
Zanna, y'all, I feel like I'm totally missing the party. I'm here by myself on the
here,
6th
get up
floor. But here's the thing, if I bring a bottle of champagne, will y'all let me into this Fashion Week party?
Absolutely, 100%. Fernando's going to bring you a bottle of champagne right now.
Fernando, you are my kind of guy. I love that. They're having such a great time up on the roof. It is a little bit cold, you guys. I actually feel bad because the palm trees look like they're about to tip over. But here's the thing about New York City and New York Fashion Week. It's unpredictable. Anything can happen, and the weather can switch just like that. But I will tell you this, knowing the energy that Fernando and Laura have and the passion that they have for their collection, no weather is going to get in the way of tonight's presentation. We are so excited to see that sneak peek of what's ahead for their resort line, and we are ready to shop. And that's one of the coolest parts about tonight. You've heard the buy now, the see now, buy now model been in fashion for so long, but you can actually do that tonight upstairs. I have my credit card on standby, and I think it's an amazing way to present fashion. I know when I see something and I know it's not going to be available for 6 months, it kind of drives me crazy. So I love that designers like Monse are really embracing what it means to cater to their customer and make those styles available for purchase tonight, right now, during their presentation. One of the things that I loved that Fernando said was he said he misses fashion and he misses Fashion Week. And I can't tell you how many tweets we got last night and how many people reached out to me to say, I'm so happy that New York Fashion Week is back. And this is from people that weren't necessarily in New York City because, like I said earlier, you can participate in Fashion Week, of course, by watching live from New York Fashion Week. We give you that front row access that you're looking for, but you can also watch it online and engage with the community in so many different ways. And I know for a fact that New York missed this. We needed this energy so badly in the city, and it just feels so good to have a little bit of what used to be familiar when it came to this time in September. There's an energy and an excitement in New York City. It's almost a buzz every September. For the kids, it's back to school. For people in the industry, it's Fashion Week. And the fact that New York Fashion Week was able to go on despite what we've been dealing with COVID for the last 6 months is just an incredible feat, and a huge shout out and applause has to go to, of course, Governor Cuomo, New York Fashion Week IMG, and we are so excited to be able to be here on site at Spring Studios live from New York Fashion Week for all of you. And the party does not stop now. We're actually going to head back up to the roof and check in with a few very special guests that Zanna has found, because like I said, y'all, she is always on the hunt. She is all about getting you that all access pass to everything happening here at New York Fashion Week. Zanna, what's happening up on the roof?
Look at these. Did you see these boots? They are amazing. They're by Booth. They're a collaboration that the guys from obviously Monse did. These are the boots that everyone needs for fall. You know, because they've got this massive lug sole. You are not slipping anywhere in them, and it works with anything. I love the idea of wearing the cute little skirt, even a pretty dress, and then round it with these super heavy boots. Obsessed. All right, what else have we got here?
I was gonna ask you, I feel like the combat boot has to be the one piece that everybody adds to their wardrobe this season. And it's completely trendless, and it's also completely, like, it doesn't fit into one style, it fits into all styles. I love what you said about doing that kind of like chunky combat boot with like a great long skirt, a flowy dress, just adding a sweater. And those boots have been on my wish list since you got to see them last Friday. They are so beautiful, and they're rugged, but they still feel really chic. Only Monse can do that.
That's so true, so well put. Rugged but chic. It's kind of going to be our vibe this fall, I think. And then you mentioned a sweater over the dress. We're styling out the whole look here, guys. Look at this. Look at this. So the guys did a collaboration with no other but Playboy. How cool is this sweater? This sweater was sold out because I tried to buy it. They've just got a few more in stock, so I believe this is back on the market, kids. I'm going to be getting that
Zanna,
too.
would
This
you
is gonna
be
a really
open
expensive
to
trip up to the
time
sixth
sharing
floor.
any of these pieces with me? Because I feel like you
it
and I
comes in-
could get a
this is
lot
your
of
dress.
runway out of some of these
Lilliana,
items. And I
this
think
could be
that's
your
what's so
dress.
special about
Kind of
Monse
into
and
this
about
view.
Jason Wu is you're not
So
shopping
sweet.
for a trend item. I mean,
And
those
then
knits
we
are knits
have
that you're
some
going to
more
have
cuts.
5
Now,
years,
this is what
10
Monse
years,
is famous
15
for.
years from now.
It's
You're
like
going to go
the
back to it and be like,
knits
oh, I
with the
remember exactly
beautiful
where I was, where I
cutouts, a
purchased
lot
this.
of
And it's going to feel
asymmetry.
just as good as when you wore it the very first time. I love this. What do you have now?
Okay, so this is a knit dress, but I was just saying, it's like the asymmetrical cutout is what they're famous for. So you can have a sweater, then it's just got a giant chunk missing out of it, but it's the chicest, and it makes knit dressing really sexy. So let's face it, we all want. Or you can have a little, look at this, sequin polka dot sweater off. Oh, that would have been really fun if I broke my nose on a hanger. Off the shoulder sweater. How about that for your Zoom calls? You like that for the Zoom calls? What do you think? All right. Lilliana, I'm gonna maybe grab this one for you and see you in a few.
Okay, Zanna, you are doing me no favors right now because I had my eye on one thing. Now that you've walked through that rack, and I also know, by the way, most of these items usually sell out. That's the thing about Monse. It is truly the epitome of downtown, effortless, cool girl. And every time I've gone to buy something in the past, it's completely sold out. So I love that they're making this available now to their fans and new customers for the brand. It's so very special that we're actually here doing that. I'm so excited to be here at New York Fashion Week with all of you. Thank you guys so much for watching us. And I believe that Zanna is going to have a very special guest. It might not be who you think it is. We have somebody in the design world who I am a huge fan of. I think a lot of you are also a fan, and I think that's what's so cool about the New York fashion community is that we are all united in our goal to bring back a sense of that spirit to New York City, especially right now. He really is one of my absolute favorites. And he's going to be joining us hopefully in just a little bit before we get to the Monse presentation. Zanna is going to be asking him some hard questions about what it's like to be working in fashion right now during COVID, what it's like to support this industry, and what he thinks is the new trend in fashion. Because what we keep hearing is that everyone is looking for trendless trends. These are things that you want to put in your closet for a lifetime. We want to kind of pull back on that overconsumption. We want to stop buying fast fashion, and we really want to start investing in pieces that speak to us not just now, but now and later as well. And I think the best thing about watching all this inspiration, whether you're watching it on Twitter or on YouTube or these shows online, is that it really does give you so much inspo when you're at home. For example, it encourages me to completely remix my favorites. I call it like a three-way style challenge. So I'll take, for example, a blazer that I wear all the time with jeans and remix it 3 different ways. I definitely also challenge you guys to let your friends dress you. I know it sounds scary, but it allows you to see yourself in a completely new way. I think so many of us get kind of pigeonholed. We almost have like tunnel vision when it comes to what we can wear, what we can't wear, the colors that look good on us, the styles that flatter us. And all of a sudden, when you kind of step outside those boundaries and let your friends that love you dress you, you'll start to see that you can actually get a lot more creative with the clothes that are already in your closet. So have fun with fashion. Let Fashion Week serve as that inspiration in your closet that I think we can all use a little bit of right now. All right, I'm gonna toss it back up to Zanna because I hear that she is with my friend Prabal Gurung. Hey guys, how are y'all?
Lilliana, that's right. I do have your friend Prabal Gurung, and we are just hanging on a blustery late summer evening.
I mean, look at how beautiful it is. This is New York at its best. And of course, we're at Monse, Laura and Fernando.
Well, okay, so, and I want to just put this straight right here now. So people often think that designers are maybe somewhat competitive with other designers, but that is absolutely, could not be further from the truth, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think, you know, what the truth about that is we look at each other's work, we're inspired by it, we have a conversation about it. Where did you get it? How did you do it? What did you think about it? So it's more of an exchange of creative minds rather than, you know, cutthroat thing that you get to hear about it in a Hollywood movie or like a gossip column. It's no longer competitive. It is more about like literally supporting. It's a community we built. Yeah, and it's been like really, and it's just, that's the thing about fashion, like a lot of people don't get it, is they look at Devil Wears Prada and think that's what it is.
We're not all that mean.
It's not.
We're not you ever had a shoe thrown at you in the office?
No, we're not all that. Yeah, depends. If it's like Monday, Tuesday, we're okay. Come Thursday.
Thursday, those shoes are just flying across the office.
Thursday, we're like done. We're done with this, yeah.
You look amazing. Tell me
Thank you.
exactly. These pants are yours, did you say?
Yeah, so this is mine. The shoes are Philip Lim.
See, another person who's here tonight as well. I love the fact you guys all support. Look at these,
and then these pants are mine, and this is a t-shirt that there's phenomenal, you know, they make that. It's about Breonna Taylor. It's 6 months since the cops have been arrested, and you know, like it's not political or anything like that. It's just a conversation.
It's a conversation.
Yeah.
And you've been having a lot of conversations over quarantine generally. You've been doing some amazing work. Can you tell me a little bit about some of that?
I mean, it's been, you know, like things.
Amazing.
You know, I keep on. Thank you very much. I keep on saying, you know, it's been the best summer of my life, 2020, simply because everything that I believed in, everything that I wanted to have conversation about, whether it's inclusivity, diversity, change, necessary conversation in our industry and globally, just to see it happening now. You know, I'm not romanticizing the idea of like the tragedy, but definitely the needed conversation we're having to be alive, to see the world have an awakening and a, you know, reawakening and reckoning. It's been really great. So I've just been, you know, working with, whether it's like donating masks, whether it's raising money for the foundation, whether raising money for the next election, you know, to everything.
I mean, he's basically had no time to design, but I'm sure he's like snuck in a few
we know. We just did our like spring like presentation to our buyers and private clients, and you know, we're changing the model of how we do business. It's going to be more like see now, buy now.
Yeah. Very important for all of us right now. Which is actually tonight is See Now, Buy Now too. So will you come shopping with me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Will you help style me?
Absolutely.
This is really exciting. Lilliana, back to you. I've got my new stylist in tow.
Yes. I charge by now. Yeah. Good?
Listen, if I had Prabal standing next to me, I would 100% take him shopping with me as well. We've got to say a huge thank you to all of our amazing guests tonight, Prabal Gurung, Nicky Hilton, and of course, Laura and Fernando from Monse for sharing their beautiful collection and the Monse Fall pop-up with us, and of course, with all of you. And don't forget, we will be here all week at Spring Studios. This is live from New York Fashion Week. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, and we will see you back same time, same place tomorrow.